Hi, this is Colorful One, the survivor. I'm here to talk about my chemo treatment and the side effects I experienced with during chemo and after chemo. Okay, at first I had to get the mastectomy, and after they told me I had to take a year of chemo, I had to take I took 15 rounds, four different type of chemo medications at one time every 3 weeks, and Neulasta shot after every treatment. So I would go in and take my treatment, and the next day I would have to take the Neulasta shot. Okay, I started experiencing side effects the third day after my treatment, which was really, which was really bad. The worst thing out of all the side effects, from the nausea, the bone pain, the tiredness, was the metallic taste in my mouth. I couldn't taste anything. Food tasted like metal. Water tasted like metal. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't drink anything. The only thing that saved me was Boost and Ensure. That's what I lived off of during chemo treatment. I lost so much weight. It was horrible. Um, that's the only two things that saved me, was a Boost and Ensure, which I had to switch back and forth because I started drinking the Ensure at first, and the Ensure all of a sudden started to taste bad because of the metallic taste, which the Ensure constipated me, so I had to stop drinking the Ensure. So I switched to Boost, and that kind of worked with me, and it had a good, the chocolate flavored kind. That's the kind I drank, and it helped me a lot. So I survived off of that. But it seemed like after I would get the Neulasta shot, that's when the bone pain and the neuropathy would kick in. I had neuropathy so bad I couldn't work or do anything with my hands. I had it bad, and my toes also, and it hurt to walk sometimes. During the chemo treatment, the other thing I had to deal with was my skin turning dark, and my skin would peel very bad. I guess from me being dehydrated and not being able to drink water, or maybe that was just one of the side effects that they did not mention in the book. So the book really, like I said, the book didn't help me out. It explained about chemo, but what I experienced was not in the book. It was totally different from what my doctor told me. And I know at first, after I did my first chemo treatment, I wanted to give up. I told her I couldn't do it because I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink. I really wanted to die because I wanted to give up because I told her I couldn't do it. I couldn't deal with it because it was so bad. It got to the point where I was so weak. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink. Everything tastes like metal. The dry mouth, my mouth started getting dry. I used the biotin and the Act mouthwash. That helped a little bit, but after a while, once I started really getting into the fourth and fifth treatments, I couldn't even use that anymore. So I started drinking like ice cold water. That helped me a little, so I was able to get a little bit of water in me, but it was bad. So I ended up in a hospital with an infection. I don't know how it happened. I think I scratched my nose and I developed like a little sore. And after that, it turned into a bad infection. I had to get two blood transfusions. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and I also had to get fluids because I was dehydrated, because I couldn't drink anything because everything tastes like metal. So it's like the treatments are very harsh. They help you in one way, and they hurt you in another way. So the chemo treatments, oh my God, if you survive during chemo, you are blessed, because I really wanted to give up. I couldn't deal with the side effects from that chemo. It was just horrible. So I'm so glad I'm finished. I finished my last chemo treatment in June. Oh my God, that was the best day of my life. I couldn't believe it. It was over. The chemo treatment was over, but the side effects are still with me. They're not as bad. The only thing I deal with now that I'm finished with chemo, I have a little nausea on and off. I have a little neuropathy in my fingers, but it's not as bad. I only feel it when I wash dishes with hot water. I could feel a little tingling, but it's not as bad as it was during the chemo treatments. I have bone pain every now and then, and I don't have any tiredness, so that's good. I have hot flashes that develop. I have early menopause, so I'm unable to have another child, which devastated us because we really wanted to have another child. So that's out. Another thing I experienced during the third treatment was hair loss. Because I asked her when I went to the chemo school, I asked the nurse, how long will it take for me to lose my hair? And she told me it would take about 2 weeks. Oh my God. Soon as I got that third treatment, all of my hair started falling out. She was right on the money with that. All of my hair started falling out when I was in the shower. So I had to get my brother to shave my head. My eyebrows fell, my eyelashes, body hair, everything fell within 2 weeks of treatment. It was so fast. I mean, chemo is no joke. Chemo is no joke. So that's basically it for that. So my hair is now growing back. It's still kind of thin, but it's growing back pretty good, but slowly. But chemo, it is a really harsh treatment. If you survive chemo, you're lucky. I am so lucky I survived treatment. That treatment, it was bad. It was really bad. So I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Ask me anything you want about my treatment. I'll have some pictures at the end of the video so you can see when I lost my hair and when my hair grew back. And I'll see you in the next one.